Oh,
Hey, what's good, AMLoB? We are back with
how
our
do you fucking catch that?
end of the year podcast. We
Who
have
can't
Connor.
orgasm as soon as we go live?
Oh my
We
god.
have Connor. We have Pook,
Hey,
and of course we have Emmons.
The old man Wumbo.
So yeah, we're gonna get into the top 10 users of the CFM. And we're also gonna do the AP unveiling, which I'm sure that'll spark some debate.
That'll probably take up most of the show.
Yeah, so
Which at this point, I really wish I would have made spreadsheets of every position because I'm not going to really be able to pull up the stats. So it's going to be interesting. But I guess we'll just get right into it, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody good? Coming in at number 1 in the top 10 users.
Somebody posted in. Hold on. Somebody posted in the chat.
Pause. I got it. Commercial break. My phone's freezing.
It
There we
would
go.
be freezing now, right?
All right, that's in there. That's in there. Yeah, there's no way anybody even knew we were on, so we'll give it a second here.
Anyway,
I'll check my notification on Facebook while I wait for some people to tune in.
Can my group me not lag? That'd be great.
Group me lag so much. All right, you wanna give them a minute? You wanna go now?
we can go now because the AP is gonna take up a lot of time. So,
all right. Let me get back to my notes here. Number 1 in AMLoB Madden 18 throughout the connected franchises. My friend Connor over here, in my opinion.
what the fuck?
This is probably the clearest one. What is it now? 3 Super Bowls, LJ?
yep.
This is the Panthers, LJ. Built a dream team over there. And
The A button.
due to some circumstances, he won the last Super Bowl as well, coming into his 3rd. And I don't think there's any debate about number 1.
Okay.
Poor Connor. Poor Connor's experienced this. Hand hurt twice a year.
Oh my god, how retarded can you be? You
Poop.
fucking idiot. Oh my god.
That's Pook's thoughts on the number 1 team. Connor, what do you feel about LJ being number 1, Connor?
The A button. The fucking A button is a possession catch, not fucking hit your helmet and fall to the ground, you fucking retard.
Okay.
Wow. I'm not sure if we have explicit warning on YouTube, so
That's
okay.
wild.
Holy shit.
All right. But Connor, back to you. LJ, number 1, thoughts?
Yeah, he deserves it.
Wow,
He's like
Ooh.
in AMLoB, he's basically the big brother that just kicks the shit out of me every time every time. But it's chill.
Try the trash talking route, but it doesn't work.
I tried, and then that was the worst game I ever played against him. So I'm never trash talking LJ again. No, he deserves this so much.
LJ, what's your favorite part about the team you built?
My favorite part, I would say, is that secondary. Like, just from where it was, especially because that's always been a problem with Carolina, is that secondary. So I mean, Evans and McIntosh in the first draft that we had, and then a couple years later trading for Lang.
Your fucking left tackle.
Okay.
All right.
And but
Taylor gonna have Pook outburst tonight. Enjoy.
But yeah, drafting those two, set it in motion. Then trading for Langham, which changed my whole thing completely. And then of course, trading for Stump the season after that. So I think that's the
Put him on the fucking bench. Put him on the fucking bench.
That's my favorite part of the team that I built. It's the secondary that I'm building the core for,
including Bucks legend Martinez Stump.
Wait. Don't need to fucking cover him because he's a fucking left tackle. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to number 2 here.
Yeah.
So LJ, congrats on the number 1 spot in AMLoB. It's definitely well deserved. Going on to number 2, another spot that I think is well deserved with 2 Super Bowls, I believe, and that is the lights and the cards.
Yep.
I guess I can pull up this as well. So you guys
don't be picked.
You guys can go ahead and go if you want to talk about them for a second. LJ, I'm gonna pull up this.
All-time dot.
Yeah, and then I'll break down his record and everything.
He probably had the 2 easiest opponents in his wins. Let's be honest.
Well, the thing I'll say about Lights, of course, 2 Super Bowls, I think 3 conference championship game appearances.
I got it pulled up here in a second.
And of course, 6 division titles. I mean,
yeah,
dude has done.
But like Pook said, no, I'm kidding.
He had the free division. What do you mean? He had fucking Khan and Roger in his division at one point. How do you not win that division?
So let's go over his accolades here, like LJ was talking about before. Pook is just being ridiculously rude tonight. Who made this sheet?
Who made that sheet?
Yes, Corey, you didn't freeze the top, and I can't even edit it. So now I got to scroll. Oh my god, this is a catastrophe, guys. Okay. All right, so Super Bowl victories first, Super Bowl appearances. Okay, so he's got 2 Super Bowl appearances, won them both. He's got 3
conference.
Oh my god!
And then, like you said, 6 divisions, 6 division titles.
I think he's the only other person that's I think he's like 2nd in wins.
This is actually really difficult that he did not freeze the top.
You're probably better off viewing it on your phone.
Hunter Henry!
Yeah.
He hit you in the helmet! That's
Can I freeze it? No, I can't. God damn it. But anyways, 2 Super Bowls. And as much as Pook wants to discredit Roger's an opponent. He's a good opponent.
He's an opponent. Yeah. Not a good opponent. He's an opponent.
But and then later on, I mean, Chan's not a bad user either, and he was there the last couple of years.
Yeah, but Chan kind of had a bad team going in.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Lights at 2. I mean, it's well deserved. I mean, because even if you think about it, to get to those Super Bowls, he still had to win tough games in the NFC in order to get there. So I mean,
counter peep what Isaiah just said in the main chat.
I think with me, because he beat me once, and I think the other time he beat Roger in the conference.
But Cordy, what are you doing? I forgot you can fucking playmaker. I've been used to no playmaker.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that's why Lights deserves it.
For sure.
2 Super Bowl wins, especially 2 of them came in 3 seasons. So
yeah, he had a really good run there in like the middle of the cycle where he won those 2 Super Bowls. He held on to that. The game me and him had this year wasn't fair to either of us. So I ended up with a kicker at quarterback. He lost his starting quarterback. He lost his running back in like the second play of the game. It was ridiculous. So you don't really want to see a guy like him go out like that. And but he definitely deserves to be at number 2. Like you said, 2 Super Bowls, 6 division titles. I think it's tied for most, right?
Yep, tied for most with Cripps.
And then so it's well deserved. So number 3. Mr. I like to burst out in during podcasts.
Wait, am I really number 3?
Yeah, we got you at number 3.
Tyler is the number 3. I think Tyler's the number 3 to be honest.
We limited it to current users.
Current or like last season ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Pook was consistently in the top 3 of every single power ranking that we came out with, but sometimes it just doesn't come together in the playoffs, or it does, and unfortunate events happen.
As Pook put it earlier, the worst play in AMLoB history.
The short. I mean, I haven't, but I wasn't an AMLoB from the beginning of Madden 17, but that's definitely one of the most questionable play calls that I've seen in AMLoB history. I went from I was just freaking out because of the touchdown he had with 8 seconds, and I'm like, oh man, the NFC reign is just over. And then I leave the stream, and then I go back, and I just see people freaking out in the chat, and I go back on it, and it was the end of the squib kick. I'm like, oh my god. I just see stuff in there like, why did you squib it? I'm like, he did not squib this kick. I come in there, and then LJ's throwing it to a wide open receiver at the 40 with the best kicker in AMLoB. I'm like, oh my god.
I knew you were throwing it out. I just didn't know which wide receiver was getting that out.
And the fact that when I was like, okay, I know he's got the best kicker in history, but I don't know how the wind is this game. And
I knew the wind was 11 miles per hour, but I didn't know that it was in his.
And then I look at while watching LJ stream, the kick arc is in the top half of the net. I'm like, oh my, this doesn't even have a chance to miss it unless he fucks this up. Oh god, what a Super Bowl! It was fun to watch. It entertained me at my last hour of work, so thank you guys.
It was entertaining.
But Pook, I feel like we have Pook at 3 and we're talking about the Super Bowl. Let's talk about the good things about Pook.
Tom Brady.
Oh my
god.
No, I mean, I think with Pook at 3, it's well deserved. I mean, the regular season dominance, especially.
I think I can actually look at this one without having to kill myself. I can. Pook has a 77% win percentage overall. 98 and 29.
Oh my god.
You have a tie. Pook has a tie.
DJ Moore.
Congratulations, Pook. You have a tie.
DJ Moore, what are you
There's
doing?
a few people who had a tie in this CFM. Corey had 2. The hell was going on this cycle in AMLoB?
Corey had 2 what?
2 Fair ties.
Fair Sims.
Oh yeah, I had a tie against Corey. And
Tim.
Yeah, that fucked me out of a division title too.
Who's Tim?
Tim.
Yeah, Tim. There's Tim under the Bears. Who the fuck is Tim?
Oh, that's
is that Rip Bears? Is that Rip Bears? Is that Rest in Peace Bears?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Shout out to Connor. Rest in Peace Bears.
Is that the dude I murdered?
Yeah.
That's the guy that Connor.
I'm surprised that he lasted that long. He threw I know the game before he threw Corey 9 or 10 picks, and he came and played me and threw 9 picks. I can't believe he survived those back-to-back weeks.
Because I'm the cold-blooded assassin out of the 3.
You're the murderer of the Wumbos. Look at Connor sitting here with a division title next to his name.
Damn
what?
right.
You do?
The Buccaneers. Not him.
You remember, I was going to say, you remember.
Juan.
Juan.
Better.
Has anybody heard from Juan?
No offense, but I prefer him over Connor.
I'm a claim that division title, and you're a dumbass for swimming that kick. So.
Wow. Okay, so hold on. My computer just froze, and the first thing that comes back to right here is you're a dumbass for swimming that kick. So shots fired. Juan. Has anybody heard from Juan?
No, I think he's still in.
My favorite moment with Juan was season 2, and I went back and watched this stream, just the end of the stream, 4 times, and it's when I Hail Married him.
Yeah.
And he gets up from his couch and walks all the way to the kitchen or wherever he went for 30 seconds, and you couldn't see him. And then he comes in overtime and dives with his quarterback while about to get a hit stick and fumbles, and then blame DA. Why are you diving with your quarterback? But that Hail Mary tipped off of his cornerback and went right to D-Hop. Good times. One of the only bright spots I had in Houston besides Dylan Tyler. We spent enough time on number 3 without even talking about Pook, so we're gonna move on. Number 4 is the first Wumbo that will be named tonight, and that is Bishes.
Bishes.
Review that shit, bruh. Review that fucking shit.
Review Bishes or review the play?
Oh my god, they're not reviewing it.
Bishes comes in with 2 Super Bowl appearances, 0-2. Won 3 division titles though. Made 3 conference titles. Got a 7-4 playoff record. 75-53 overall, which is kind of it's because he's been on AP quite a bit.
Yeah.
But his 2 Super Bowl appearances is enough, and when he's played, he's won games. So I think it was well deserving to be where he is. Not to mention having 3 division titles with Mr. Pook himself in there. So Pook and Bishes won every single division. That's nice.
I agree. I mean, I think with
I am the only one with the camera on. Oh, thanks, Connor. Thanks for joining me.
I think Bishes at number 4. I can't think of anyone else to put there because when he plays, he's successful. I think in the time he played, the last like 3 or 4 seasons he's played, he ended up in the conference championship 3 times.
Can we get blocking in here?
In the Super Bowl twice. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of argue with that.
No, for sure. Well, I think we know when we watched him too. I mean, it's like I said, the overall record's kind of misleading because he's been on AP a lot the last few years. So it's like, I don't know. And when he's played, I wouldn't say he's been dominant because he has lost some games, and he hasn't won a Super Bowl. But the 2 Super Bowl appearances in general, along with the 3 conference titles, or not titles, but appearances, and like I said, the 3 division wins with Pook being in your division is pretty impressive.
I literally don't get the game.
So moving on from Bishes, because we're gonna have a lot to talk about the All-Pro team. We got number 5. Cripps comes in at number 5. He's not here. He always bragged about his appearances on the pod. Like he never misses one. I feel like he's missed like the last 3. So
he has.
Step up your game, Cripps.
Shots fired. But
he's trying to become a Wumbo out there, so he's excused. Him and his 24 pack.
Is that really trying?
But I think with those, I mean with Cripps, I think he has 6 division titles.
Yeah, he has 6 division titles. Given I was gone for 2 of those seasons, so how legit is that really?
Well, he still had to deal with Dicey.
Yeah, but the first year, who won the division?
That's very true. Very true.
The 6 division titles he got a well earned. Not gonna take that away from him.
But yeah, 6 division titles, 4 conference championship appearances.
Didn't make a Super Bowl, but the 4 conference appearance, that's impressive too. I mean, especially with how deep this league is in talent, especially when you get to the playoffs. So, I mean, plus he built a really nasty Jags team, to say the least. He never really had like a steady quarterback, though. I guess his most steady quarterback would be Deshaun Watson. When I traded, I don't know why. That was just.
Yeah, he traded Deshaun Watson, and then Deshaun leads the Jets to a Super Bowl appearance. So.
Right, the year after, right? Yeah, appearance. Deshaun couldn't be the backup.
To his defense.
He's coming to his defense. LJ is such a lad. He can't let stuff take the heat.
To his defense, Parker Walsh didn't really have to do much because there was talent everywhere else.
Because you just destroyed him in every other aspect. I get it, LJ.
He didn't really have a tall task.
You hear that stuff? He didn't have a chance.
He could have put his kicker in at quarterback.
Hey, it's not a horrible idea. It kind of works. Except he will overthrow. He will overthrow some passes. But he throws great screens. My kicker does throw some good screens.
Better than Josh Allen.
Whoa. That's our Lord and Savior.
That's our Lord and Savior. But that throw, bro.
Man.
You can't overthrow his screen.
But yeah, I mean,
Cripps, top five.
Yeah, Cripps definitely deserved it. Now we're on the 6th,
and that is Austin. Who, we'll let him have his title, still the King of the North, because he retired before anybody could try to take it from him.
Actually, technically, he wasn't the King of the North. He lost the division like the last 2 or 3 seasons he played.
Well, you know what? Then forget it. Then I tried, Austin, but LJ is the one shooting it down this time. Yeah, he's got 3 division titles. But he's 10-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think the only people that he's lost to in the postseason are either me or Lights. So,
yeah, And not to mention another misleading record of 70-58. Because I feel like he's gone like 1-15 the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So, although he did struggle in some seasons, but he'd always come in and make that playoff run.
Yeah.
And then he got that Super Bowl tighter. He got that Super Bowl tighter. Super Bowl title year 2?
S2.
Okay.
No, S3. It's S3.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't tell me I just guessed that and got it right. Shout out to the 18 users we had for the Falcons though. 6-0 in the playoffs. That was the first 2 years, and then I never seen it again.
18?
Not really 18, Pook. I'm being a little sarcastic here, buddy. Thanks for joining the conversation, though.
Finally, right?
Yeah, but Austin's, he's clearly a top user in the league when he's playing. Especially that Vikings team that he built. I think Delvin Cook was huge for him. Stefan Diggs was consistent for him. I think the top 6 was pretty clear. I think the only thing we did a couple of us disagreed on. I think LJ was the only one who disagreed on it. LJ had Austin at 5. Me, Corey, and Cripps. Of course, Cripps had himself at number 5, but me and Corey had him at 5 as well.
Remember when he tried to trade for Jamal Adams?
Was that Austin?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Anthony Barr for Jamal Adams, and you guys shut him down.
Oh, yeah.
Because you said he had fucking horrible zone coverage when it didn't even fucking matter.
Was I? I don't even remember that. I must not have been a commit then.
No, I don't think.
You were.
No,
that was a really big conversation in the trade.
What year was that?
That was like year 2.
Yeah, it was like S2.
So I think I became a commit like middle of S2, so I could have been in there.
But
that was the fattest Lunchable sandwich I've ever had.
Oh, you finally finished it, huh? It's been like an hour and a half.
I had to curate that one. I put 3 different slices of cheese on it. It's pretty good.
We gotta speed this up a little bit, fellas, because AP is gonna take a long time. But I mean for me, the deal breaker, as far as putting Cripps at 5 over Austin, was the Super Bowl title. The thing that killed it for me on him was just being MIA the last couple of seasons, and Cripps continued to play and rack up wins and a little more accolades. But yeah, the Super Bowl title was definitely impressive. Yeah.
Sean McCoy.
So Austin deserves to be there, and this is where it kind of got a little tricky. Number 7, I ended up at number 7 somehow.
Hey.
I had myself. Let's go through this real quick. I had myself at 9. LJ had me at 8, Cripps had me at 8, and Corey had me at 7, and so it averaged out for me to be at 7. I guess.
Well, I mean, my thing with Emmons, what I'll say is that you took a less than favorable situation in Houston. And I mean, I think you went 12-4 that year, 11-5 or 12-4 that year.
I went 11-5. It was actually really unfortunate because the year I came back, I went 11-5, missed the playoffs at 11-5, and then the next year I went 12-4 and was a wild card. So it was that was the year Dicey, Cripps, and me made the playoffs.
Yeah, so I mean that's crazy. And then I mean once you got to that Lions team that had all of those pieces, it was essentially GG. So it
was a sad ending.
So I mean, I think my thing with my thing as far as that's concerned is just that you did great. You showed that you could do a lot with less in Houston, and then you showed what you can do whenever you have the talent around you. So
I appreciate it all day. Thank you, bud.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. But
Connor, where would I be on your rankings?
One. I love you.
Bro,
love you too, buddy.
Aw.
Little Wumbo love right there. We're just missing bitches. Number 8 is Corey, the guy we just talked about here. He had me at number 7. Corey's really an interesting one to me because he built a really good team. Let's go look at his all-time. Let's see here. So Corey won 3 division titles. Just like me, didn't make a conference championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Not the greatest playoff record. He's 2-6, but he's 84-42 with 2 ties.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, yeah, Chris made a conference championship.
We're talking about Corey.
Oh, Corey.
Like, Crips made 4 of them. We're past Crips.
What a
God, now you got me saying Crips. Corey went 84-42 overall. So
Yeah.
Really? He didn't do better considering he had a fucking AP division half the time.
well, he also went on vacation like 3 times, and like
That is true.
Yeah.
he went on AP a couple times, like throughout a couple years.
Oh, shit.
But you and just the only time you come in here is when you take shots at people's divisions. But I think Corey's well deserved at number 8. Like LJ said, we gotta get into all pros. We're not gonna spend too much time on it. Number 9 is Dicey.
Dicey.
Who came in with a bad Colts team, made the Super Bowl, lost to LJ, which is understandable with that Panthers team.
Understandable. Have a nice
And
day.
what is arguably the greatest playoff run
Yeah,
in AMLoB history.
for sure.
Besides
You
the point.
I mean, you can go ahead and finish the humble brag, LJ. You gotta finish it.
I'm just saying,
You can't just put it in and take it out that quick.
I'm just saying, I didn't allow more than 7 points in any of those 3 games.
Wow.
Scored 37 twice, 24 once, I think I had forced like 16 turnovers to like 3. So
Yikes. Or as Connor would say. Go ahead and say it, Connor.
Oof.
That wasn't what I was going for, but we'll take it.
Did you want the absolutely wild?
Yes. That's
But,
what I was
I'm
going for.
saving that one.
Sorry.
anyways, Dicey's been to me, the only person that's been more impressive with less is maybe Emmons, but Dicey took that bad Colts
Yeah,
team.
it was definitely more impressive. He did it with 2 horrible teams, although he did it to himself by like
gutting the team.
Right, but I mean that's what he does, I guess, and he succeeds with it, so I can't knock him for it. I mean, he made the conference title this year with a sub, or I think he finally got them to an 80 overall.
Such a lad.
He beat me twice this year, so he went 14-2, I believe, and
Hey, I got the
one of his losses was a forced loss that was questionable to Matthew, so he could have easily been 15-1.
Yeah.
So he's definitely worthy of being in the top 10.
Top 10.
And then rounding out the top 10, any guesses,
Top 10.
all time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a name in mind, but I don't think I'll make it.
Okay, who is it?
No, I'll wait.
Okay, go ahead, Connor.
Shit.
Come on, Connor, just spit out a name.
Raj.
Okay, Pook.
Grid, but I really don't think Grid's gonna be there.
Yeah.
No, Grid was close. Grid came in
12th, probably.
at 11.
11. Damn.
Raj, just because of the reg season.
Raj?
Are you kidding me?
Top 10,
Uh-oh.
top 10,
Uh-oh.
top 10. I called it.
Oh my
Go ahead.
God.
Speak your mind, Poop. Speak
Go
your
ahead.
mind.
Oh my.
Talk
I'm
your
glad
shit.
I'm glad we finally got Pook's
Talk your
attention.
shit.
I don't mind it.
The thing with Roger too is over like Grid and like stuff and stuff. He's been here since year 1 and he's had some good seasons. So just
Yeah, but he's been here since year 1 and hasn't done jack shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Look at Stuff. Stuff came in fucking 2 years ago. He's already made a fucking Super Bowl. Roger, set your fucking game up.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is brutal.
I know
Raj.
you
I'm
have
sorry,
LJ
Raj.
in your division, in your fucking conference, but you can beat him. Maybe. Maybe. Like,
Wouldn't
Wow.
he have to beat Lights first?
the first fucking 2 years, LJ wasn't even in the play. Well, he was. Were you in the playoffs first? You weren't in the playoffs.
I missed the first season, made the second season, missed third season.
Yeah, fucking Roger. LJ's not even in the playoffs. The first. I mean, I can understand season 1 because Tyler the God, but season 2 I wasn't here. But I think that Falcons side was a bum.
I'm glad you called
From
Tyler
my
God
heart.
because I've beaten Tyler a few times. Makes me feel
I
good.
have not.
Wow. Well, that was a great closeout to. And Corey had Roger the highest out of anybody.
What do you have in that?
7.
He had Roger at 8.
Shit.
Was I a consensus number 2 or number 3?
Yes.
You were consensus 3.
The top 4 was consensus. And then, so the thing that really kind of made this list go crazy is Corey had Dicey at 17.
What the fuck?
But I think Corey
He
was
didn't
going
understand how we were.
Yeah, I
doing
think
it.
Corey was going by team, like overall.
Randy. Fucking Randy.
But yeah. So Grid comes in at 11. Grid was really close. Suff. Corey's really the only one who did a full one. So I'm kind of just exposing Corey's rankings here. But Suff came in at 15.
Understandable.
I mean, in my opinion, Suff should be higher because in 2 seasons.
But again, he did it for the Jets too, so I don't really know where he would really have Suff. Suff should be like 11 and 12 area in my opinion, just because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl appearance, and he ended up with the 2 seed twice.
Okay,
He
got really lucky against me because fucking bullshit.
Okay, so we go from giving him a little love for making the Super Bowl, and now we're just ripping it away from Suff.
I'll give him
He's a child, Pook. He's a child.
I don't give a fuck. Fucking call the police for child abuse. I don't care.
Oh my
Jesus fuck.
Pook is on fire.
Look. My quarterback went down. The cocaine god went down. And then you guys watch the fucking game, and then Jalen Myrick drops the fucking Connor could catch that fucking ball.
Wow.
I'm athletic. What?
Oh my god.
Well,
I don't.
Continue, Pook. We don't need a dead air right now. You're on a rant. Continue.
I think the game I played after this year, when I played him, I think that proved the real result that should have been.
damn.
Suff can't even watch this anymore because Pook's stuff the F-bomb so much it's rated R.
Suff's way behind.
Suff's not even allowed to listen to this.
Suff's way behind because he just said "fuck you" Edmonds. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? He said he brought up the backup quarterback thing, so Suff's a little behind.
Backup quarterback was a baller.
So, okay, so the top 10's over. Pook went on his rant. It was classic. It'll be on YouTube, AMLoB YouTube forever and ever and ever. So I guess do you guys just want to jump into? I guess I can mention.
All pro.
We're jumping right into the all pro. Is everybody ready for this?
I was gonna say this is.
Do we want Pook to go through his first?
No.
We can do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Just go.
All right, so we'll do it at the same time. Pook, who do you have at QB1 on your first team?
Oh, I didn't do it that well. I can give you a few positions that will have QB1, but a lot of them I just have them as the first team. But QB1 is Kaiser.
Okay, that's what ours is too. That was unanimous, by the way, between the 4 of us that made one. Well, 5 since Pook made one, but quarterback 2, we had the cocaine god himself, Adrian West. Pook, do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You already know my top 3.
Yeah, I do. So the top 3 is all agreed upon. The only difference here, are we okay with giving out individual rankings, LJ?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just want to make sure before. I just
I'm already calling out a bunch of people. Call out more people.
LJ is the only one who didn't agree with the 2 and 3. LJ had Hart Handgartner at 2.
Wow. What is the reasoning for Handgartner at 2?
The reasoning for Handgartner at 2?
Love it.
Is rings. Rings.
So if I won the Super Bowl, would West?
If you would have won the Super Bowl this year, Adrian West would have been ahead of him, in my opinion.
All right, fair enough.
Wow, Pook was okay. That was we're treading water there. We made it through. All right, running back number 1 on our All Pro first team.
Water.
I really don't have the number 1 here. I have them all.
We have Avery Fairley on the Bengals.
Yes.
False.
Unanimous.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he just based off of those. Granted, he Bitches went on AP a couple times, but those first couple seasons, because I think we changed that's right when we changed the run blocking sliders in season 4, and he still won MVP with the running back. So
Yeah.
so I mean, to me, that in itself shows exactly how impressive he has been.
Yeah, for sure. I think the running backs we all pretty much agreed upon throughout the whole process, but there was some spicy debates in some other positions that we'll talk about in a little bit here.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Ruben, baby.
Running back 3 is Leonard Fournette for Crips and his Jags.
Oh, I don't
Lawrence Atwater.
I don't know. I don't know.
You forgot RB2.
Who's your other running back on your first team?
I have McCaffrey, Fairley, and Cook.
Okay, we had. Okay, we'll get to McCaffrey here in a second. I guess we can just do McCaffrey because he has a running back. At our flex, we all have McCaffrey.
Oh, I had TJ Logan. TJ Logan.
Okay. And so you didn't have Fournette. Oh, yeah, you said you didn't have Fournette on your first team. Our All-Pro fullback, my favorite All-Pro, actually my second favorite All-Pro.
I put Juszczyk.
We have a surprise few All-Pro position at the end of this. Fullback, Nash Rich for all of us.
I put Juszczyk.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Wide receiver 1, another unanimous Dontre Mock for Mr. Pook himself.
Because Pook stat stuffing.
Are you kidding? I had one entire season where he did jack shit, and you know that.
He did have a down year. He only had a year where he had like 3 touchdowns, and I was doing I can actually give you his numbers right now if you want me to.
Because he put up like 28 with Godspeed that year.
Because I actually did do the wide receivers, so that's one of the positions I did. Yeah, I mean, honestly, say what you will about how Dontre Mock got his stats, but first year he came into the league as a rookie, 80 catches, his second biggest year, 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns. Next year, 75, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns, 27 touchdowns the third year. Jesus Christ, Poop. 3 touchdowns the fourth year, 16 and 10. So he ended up with 90 touchdowns, 412 catches, 9,062 yards, and 90 touchdowns. And so he was pretty much number 1 for me. It was actually interesting doing this and really getting into the numbers because we changed our wide receiver rankings a lot because we didn't have, at least I know I didn't have this guy number 2 at first, but we all ended up agreeing on this, and it's Cortland Sutton coming in at number 2.
The most underrated receiver in AMLoB.
He ended out with in his career. He came in the league in 2020, so a year after Mock.
He has 85 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, yep. He has 330 catches, pretty much 6,500 yards, and 85 touchdowns. So he caught a lot of touchdowns. So to me, it was pretty clear number 2 for me.
I think half of those touchdowns were slings against me.
Probably so, buddy. Okay. Don't feel bad. Did he score against me, LJ, in the playoffs?
Yes.
Damn it.
I think he did.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Wide receiver 3, which was at first me and Cripps were the only one who had him here, but LJ and Corey ended up agreeing upon this. Mr. Brian Godspeed. Regardless of what Pook did with him, I don't care what he did. To get 66 touchdowns in 3 years with Godspeed. So Godspeed averaged 22 touchdowns a season when I calculated my numbers here. First year came in, had 20 touchdowns, 27 touchdowns, 19 touchdowns.
Don't forget, he played like fucking 12 games that year, too.
Well, why did he play 12 games?
An unrightful suspension against Miami. I'm blaming that.
Okay.
Not my fault. He fucking threw 5 fucking interceptions in the red zone.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, Godspeed's numbers speak for himself. It was kind of questionable because 3 years, but that 3 years was. I mean, he's up there with a lot of the guys who made the All-Pro team that played like 8 years in touchdowns. So.
Okay, come on, man.
Coming up, so that was wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 4. I was the first one to put him on the first team, and everybody ended up coming along with me.
I'm 3 for 3. Who do you have?
You are 3 for 3. Okay, Parker Battle comes in at 4.
4 for 4.
Yep. Parker Battle. Another one that I had to put the numbers into to realize that he deserves to be where he is. Something got messed up here? I think he came in the league at 2020. My 2019 got messed up somehow.
2020.
Yeah, okay, so that's fine.
Him and Sutton came in the same draft.
Yeah, he ended up with 327 catches. Let's see, compared to Sutton, they had about the same. He had a little more yardage than Sutton, and he had 54 touchdowns. So, but his average was ridiculous. I mean, he was really consistent. He had one down year. He had 1 year under 50 receptions. That was 2022, and I think that was the year Corey was on vacation. So Poop doesn't really disagree with us much here so far. So we're gonna move on to tight end 1. Sheen Estevez, tight end for the Denver Broncos and their current owner, Josh Powers.
As his name's changed like 4 times already.
Along with that quarterback and everybody else on that Denver team. So Sheen Estevez in his 5th name change, 4th name change, whatever it is. I tried to find someone else in his place, and I couldn't. So Poop, do you agree with where we have him?
Yeah, probably. He's on
okay.
my first team.
Tight end 2 on our first team is David Njoku, and I know Poop does not have him there.
No, I
want to hear who you have there and why.
I have Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram?
I literally just looked at who has the most yards, who has the most catches, and I know Ingram came in as a rookie. Oh, don't take that back. He came in as a rookie, and he had better stats than Njoku.
All right. Fair enough. We already discussed the flex position, so I guess there's really not much. We'll talk about the offensive line. Just fly through it real quick. First offensive tackle is Lacambrick Virgil. What a name.
Nope. No. You guys fucked up on that one.
What do you have there?
I have Virgil at first team offensive guard.
Okay.
He'll be the guard his entire career.
Fair enough.
I have Kevin Zeitler and Trey Aikman at first team.
Trey Aikman as an offensive lineman. What a lad.
Yeah.
Is that Troy's son? He's got the offensive lineman gene. Offensive tackle number 2 for us was actually I was the only one who disagreed with this. Apparently, I had Miranda at 2. Everybody else had Forrest Lamp, so Forrest Lamp is the one who got it.
How is that not a pick? Oh my god.
So
Forrest Lamp was also a guard. You got fucked up again.
Why didn't I have Miranda there?
Well, the thing is, the offensive line.
You should know because he's a guard from the beginning. Oh, good god.
I didn't know what position he got drafted as.
I didn't either.
He was drafted as a guard. He's an actual fucking player.
So is that
fucking draft?
Is that Aikman? Is that Aikman Bish's offensive lineman?
Yeah.
He just because I just said what a lad he was, and so Bish's went in the chat all caps. What a lad indeed.
Oh, a fumble! Get that fucking ball.
So moving on to the offensive guard one, we all agreed here with Rob Kearney.
I didn't have Kearney in there.
What?
No, I have Virgil. I don't even have Kearney at all. Let me put Kearney in instead. Oh no! Wait, no. I know why I didn't have Kearney there.
Okay, why is that?
Because he moved a lot. I didn't. Oh my god! How was that picked off?
All right. Offensive guard 2.
Zach Martin.
That's what I have, but everybody else disagreed with me.
Who they have? Probably Shaq Mason.
Nope. Quentin Kashama.
Oh no.
I got Zach Martin, so me and Pook agree there. Center 1, we all agreed on this one. Pat Eflin.
Yeah.
And then center 2 is Travis Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is where the debates kind of started in the commish chat the last few days. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'd put my phone down for 5 minutes. I'd come back to 4.
This is one of the solidified number ones that I have.
I'd come back with 40 messages in the commish chat about defense. A lot of number crunching, a lot of arguments. It was fun, but caused some headaches. Edge 1, we all agreed upon, though. Unique Ngakoue.
Oh, I don't.
What do you have? Who do you have?
I have Armor. Maybe
Okay.
because he fucked me in the fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah, I never actually. I have Armor at 3 right now, but I was gonna move him up to 2 after the Super Bowl, but
he's
I
number
didn't get
1.
a chance to.
He's definitely
Number one for me.
Armor just comes in at number 2.
Don't go in.
Myles Garrett comes in at number 3. LJ,
Yeah.
you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just name.
I didn't want you to go that LJ. I meant to switch Armor to number 2 today, but
I'm 3 for 3 right now.
I screwed the pooch.
Well, to be honest, the only reason, in my opinion, that Armor isn't number 1 is because Ngakoue had so many sacks.
Okay,
Right.
fucking double A gap. Fuck off.
Back-to-back Super Bowl MVP though, LJ.
Yeah.
See, for me, though,
But
all
not
pro,
back-to-back,
a lot of
but-
things with all pro, especially when I considered it's a lot of regular season stuff. I really only considered the playoffs when it came to tiebreakers and stuff.
Because I
Usually,
mean,
all
he
pro-
averaged 20 sacks. Because Armor averaged 20 sacks a season. So I mean,
Right. No, he's up there with Ngakoue. I don't think it's that far, but I don't know.
Where am I going to go to here?
Myles Garrett
Randy!
number 3. We already did say that we all agreed on that one as well. We also agreed on number 4 and Jordan Willis.
Wilson, how do you overthrow that?
We all agreed on Daniel Hunter.
Oh, I'm 5 for 5. I'm 5 for 5.
And then I'm the only one who disagreed here. Everybody else had Haley Rogers. I had Joey Bosa.
Oh, me and Em is 6 for 6, baby.
Oh, look at us, man. We're disagreeing a lot tonight. Yeah,
Well-
Haley Rogers was insane amount, but Joey Bosa's consistency, the years amount he did it, I couldn't knock him out of the first team.
I mean, to be honest,
And Cripps, at first I thought Cripps agreed with me until apparently he put Haley Rogers in there.
it's the same. To me, it's the same thing as the Godspeed argument, where it's so much production and it's so much production.
Yeah, but Rogers had a down year, didn't he?
His down year was like
Well, right.
18 sacks.
Yeah, but it's like saying both. I mean, I don't know. To me, it wasn't even comparable for Godspeed compared to other receivers. Like, this is pretty comparable.
I guess I just think
Defend me here, Pook.
Yeah, I agree with the longevity of Joey Bosa.
Number 1. There's only one disagreement here for interior defensive linemen.
I know. I probably disagree with you guys. From what I heard
We
from
have-
Belichick.
We have Aaron Donald.
I have Aaron Donald.
You have Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
Okay, the second one we have J.J. Watt.
I don't have J.J. Watt. He's on 2.
Okay. Who is your 2?
Well, I don't have a 1-2.
Okay, we'll just go whoever you have, and then after I name the third one, we unanimously decided it's Solomon Thomas. Who would you have besides
Leonard
J.J.?
Williams.
Leonard Williams? Okay.
I brought his name up today too.
All right, linebacker 1 is Jared Davis.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It was close, but it was tough to not credit what Snippy did with him. 2 comes in is Tyrone McAllister for Corey.
Mm-hmm.
3 is Yanni Adidabi. God, we're not really disagreeing much here.
Oh.
Which is good but bad. Miles Jack comes in as a front 7 flex on the first team.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh,
I gotta put my boy Nick Foles in. I'm a bit biased there, but I put Nick Foles in.
all right. Reasoning.
I just felt like overall he had a bigger impact than Miles.
And Connor,
Jack, and
LJ, if you go through your name you guys want to talk about, you can just feel free to cut me off and talk about them.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking D?
Hold on a second. Who did you say, Poop?
Nick Foles.
Oh. I don't know.
I mean, you haven't played every game with him. I've been playing every game with him.
Yeah, if I could throw my own person in there, I'd say Canty, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really deserve many All-Pros, if any. Lewis Canty was a baller, though.
Okay. What do we have now?
So we're
Corner.
moving on to the first cornerback.
This is my final.
Who do you have here, Poop?
My
We'll
final
do
number
first.
1, Westbrook.
That's what we all agreed on that.
Yeah, Westbrook.
Number 2.
In my opinion, it's a little bit closer than people think it is.
No.
I agree.
Westbrook had 15 interceptions in 1 year. The cornerback.
Okay. I mean,
Argue it, LJ. Argue it. I love it.
Okay. In 4 seasons.
Bro, where's
Stumpf had 40.
Oh, well, that's my all-pro right there. Bucks legend.
Stumpf had 40 in 4 seasons. So I mean,
15 in 1 year, including 5 in 1 game.
That's fine. Stumpf definitely had 11 in the season already. So I mean, I'm just saying 11, 10, and 40 and on top of the fact that I think he best him in tackles for loss, and I think he best him in pass breakups. So I mean, and then if you're counting sacks and all of that, I overall I think this is a lot closer of a battle.
So I guess my question to you would be, because you came out with a strong argument, why did you leave Westbrook at number 1?
I left him at number 1 because I get, for me it was more of a longevity thing on that. That's the only reason that I put him at number 1. I don't think it was. I'm just saying I don't think it's as clear cut.
No, I agree
as it is, as people were trying to make it. But
I agree. I did think about Stumpf for a second there. If that makes you feel better.
I didn't.
Number 3 was actually real. This was probably our closest one. I wasn't able to get in on this debate today because I was working. Number 3 comes in, and it's Marcus Peters.
Oh.
So LJ and Corey both had Marcus Peters. Me and Crips both had Jalen Ramsey.
Oh.
So who do you have, Pook? So it sounds like you disagree with both of those.
Well, I mean, I have Marcus Peters as my flex because I don't think he should be a corner because he played safety 3 years now, 2 or 3 years.
2 seasons.
So I put him as my flex for positionless player.
Fair enough. Who'd you? Go ahead.
I mean, that's the argument that can be made for Jalen Ramsey too, though, because he played all over the place. So, I mean, it's really like Jalen Ramsey was basically a linebacker and big nickel. He was a cornerback. He was an outside cornerback. He was a slot cornerback. He was like, there were times where he would move him around everywhere.
Yeah.
So, sure. I mean, if that's going to be the argument you're going to use for Marcus Peters, you can kind of say the same thing about Ramsey.
For sure.
Yeah, Ramsey was my flex at the beginning, and then I forgot Marcus Peters.
Yeah. Peters was really impressive, to be honest, as well. So, both deserving. And then, so obviously, number 4, it's Ramsey.
I don't have Ramsey. I have Trey White.
Who do you have?
I have Trey White.
And who's... but there's 4 of them. I think we disagree with 2.
Oh, I have Langham.
Okay. See, Langham got some votes at CB4 for first team and didn't end up making it because of Jalen Ramsey being at where he was. Safety 1 is Sean Evans.
Yep.
Look at Connor. Connor goes in.
I was gonna say Connor started sweating.
No, I knew he was gonna be. That was the only person I thought of when we started this whole pro thing. I've been waiting. This was
another lot of nightmares, Connor.
Is it? I'm waiting for McIntosh now.
He's actually next. So,
well,
this one was close. Though this one was really close between Marcus Williams and McIntosh. So safety 2, we have McIntosh, obviously, as Connor kind of name dropped him. Not thinking you would hear him that quickly, but he did.
No, I did.
So safety 2, safety 1, safety 2, both Panthers.
Cove 2 or Cove 4?
Safety 3, obviously the name I just mentioned, Marcus Williams. Safety 4, finally, happy to see one of my part-time Lions on there, Xavier Henderson at safety 4.
Oh, I have Honey Badger at 4.
Honey Badgers or actually, no, I lied. I had Honey Badger at the flex, but
I did it too before I looked at the numbers for Langham again.
It's actually it's funny how it worked out because none of the guys we put in at the flex actually won the flex with how the voting worked. Like Langham got the flex, so do we release the special one now, LJ, or do we release them both together and do team 2 first?
The special what?
I'd say you can do it now. That's fine.
All right, so we have 2 separate awards for team 1, team 2. We have a team 1 Wumbo.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, Pook. This one was unanimous. Team 2 was a debate. This is even a question, guys. It's Dylan Tyler.
Dylan Tyler.
He's such a failed career, but he's such a lad. He got promoted to head coach of the Detroit Lions for next Madden, so he's moving on in life. Dylan Tyler is our Team 1 Wumbo with a unanimous 4-for-4 votes at Wumbo 1. So that's your first team. I guess any final debating or review we want to really look at? Any questions you guys have?
I say we wait till we get through the second team.
That's fine.
I can't believe in joking their first team.
So Pook, out of curiosity, who is your Team 1 Wumbo?
I was trying to think of someone besides Dylan Tyler, but
it's tough, isn't it?
Maybe. I mean, the only other person I can think of is Jamal Copeland, who had a failed career as well.
All right.
How do you leave him that wide open?
All right. So
who are you? You're fucking cut. Okay. That's fucking are. You're cut. Are you on the field? Are you on the field right now? No, you're not on the field. That's what fucking happened. Oh wait, no, you are on the field. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, cool.
That's a good break in between Team 1 and Team 2.
That was just the first team?
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh, so actually, I do want to talk about this because someone commented on a position battle there, and it's Bish's adding LJ about Westbrook. Bish's had to say, I think with more time, the gap could close more, but Westbrook just ate his first few seasons and actually led the league in picks for a season, even with the users. So that's what Bish's had to say.
Oh my god!
In that same season though.
Okay, actually, I wanted before you go, LJ. Why the hell is Bish's watching the podcast but not on the podcast?
But not on it, right?
Bish's, where you at?
Did you send him an invite, LJ? Did you send him an invite?
I did not, but that's because I didn't. He typically he's sleep at this point. So
that's what I figured. But
he wanted to see his all pros.
That's all right. Go ahead, LJ. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but that just made me very upset. Bish's heartbroken. My thing with that is, yeah, he ate his first few seasons, but let's talk about again. If we're gonna talk about eating, Stump's last 4 seasons have been crazy.
Okay.
And then I think even with Stump playing less years, I think he still has more pass breakups. So I think so with that being said, it shows you just how much of an impact he makes besides the point. And then on top of that, like I said, it's 40 picks. It's 40 picks in 4 seasons. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I wish I would have dove into the numbers more, but I probably would have shot myself, to be honest, if I really made a spreadsheet for every position and broke down every single number for every single season. I know, but Corey's also more patient with spreadsheets than I am. Especially when I'm like in and out, and he deals with the same thing, but I don't have the patience to go through every single position, and especially since I don't know if he was using Daddy Leagues or if he was using the Madden. Because Madden's a lot easier to go through. What do you call it? Daddy Leagues is quite annoying.
Yeah, I think he was going through Daddy Leagues.
Yeah, good credit to you, Corey. Are you good, LJ? Did you get your stump out of you, or do you need to say a couple more things?
No, I'm just saying. I think Stump has shown exactly why he could be CB1.
Oh, interception!
That's just my personal opinion.
I think the only person who disagrees with that on the show right now is Pook. I don't think that gap was that big. Connor experienced him firsthand and got bent over by him.
He was on my team. He's my player.
Why'd you get rid of him?
He's an all-pro for the Buccaneers.
So what happened, Connor? What did Stumps do to you to make you get rid of him?
I was forced to get rid of him because of collusion in the league, and I made a sacrifice for the NFC and the NFC South, and I sent secret agent Itachi Stump out, and
so the truth comes out.
He's going in as a Buccaneer, but I'll let him have a little Panther logo.
LJ, do you agree? Is Stump going in as a Buccaneer?
You have like 20 all-pros, LJ. Come on.
LJ, he's on LJ's team, so I think LJ has a final say.
Stump is going in as a Panther.
That's
not
fucking
real.
Bullshit. Are
Fake
you
news.
kidding me?
Yeah, Pook doesn't agree either.
Stump is going in as a Panther.
All right, Pook, your favorite non-Wumbo.
He'll have a Buccaneers pin.
He's in the Ring of Honor. He's being unveiled. He's my head coach, Madden 19.
Oh my god.
So Dylan, Tyler, and Stump head coaches.
I don't know who my head coach is gonna be.
You know who your head coach is gonna be?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe it could be the second Wumbo. So are we ready to move on to Team 2? You guys want to talk about Team 1 anymore at all? Or are we good?
Team 2.
Okay. All right. So coming in at quarterback 1 for Team 2 is a quarterback who played for I think 3 different teams.
He did.
I guess he could go in as a Houston Texan if he wanted to. I guess he's gonna have a Texan pin, a Jaguars pin, and a Jets pin. Deshaun Watson won an MVP 2 seasons ago. Well, not last season, but the year before. Who won MVP this year? Was it Kaiser?
Huh?
Was it Kaiser last year? Like the last season?
No, that was a.
Oh, it was Cocaine God. Oh,
yeah.
What a lad.
The only 2-time MVP.
Okay. All right.
This is a Snapchat handle, bro.
Deshaun Watson, I think it's pretty clear. The quarterbacks, especially the third quarterback we had to throw in there was kind of disgusting. But Deshaun Watson deserves to be where he's at. Number 2, we got Patty Mahomes coming in at 2. And then number 3 is just like I just said, disgusting. Matt Ryan.
No, I know who I have here, but I don't.
I almost put Carl Weezer in there.
I don't think anyone has who I put here for them.
Who'd you put in there?
McNabb.
Them last 2 seasons, even though he served well for stuff, he still threw more picks than touchdowns both seasons.
Oh
yeah,
McNabb.
He was a grid, right?
Grid.
Yeah. McNabb was never with soft.
Oh, grid. I'll be entertained.
I knew what you meant, LJ.
Yeah,
we had this conversation in commiss chat, so I knew what you meant. Yeah, I didn't really look at Donovan McNabb's numbers because of those last 2 seasons when he had
getting fucking picked apart right now. God damn.
So Matt Ryan finishes out the quarterback. I pretty much choked Lewerke's spot away with the season he had.
Oh, definitely.
I'm taking year 1. I'm fucking trash this game.
Although if there's any defense, even though I played bad with him, and like the 5 Horsemen's I had, Brian Lewerke threw 0 touchdowns in those. So, unlike the sim god Adrian West throwing 5 touchdowns a game, he was stealing all of Lewerke's touchdowns in the Sims.
You do realize that if you use the spread playbook, your quarterback said like 500 times.
What's that?
If you use the spread playbook as your playbook.
So it was calculated.
Mm-hmm. That's what you learn from playing fucking 20-year GM league.
So moving on to running back 1, Pook had him on the first team as a flex. We got TJ Logan. Do you have Leo Fournette on your second team, Pook?
Yeah.
Okay. We got Melvin Gordon at 2 and Joe Mixon at 3. Who don't you have that's in there, or do you have all of them?
I don't have Gordon.
Okay.
I have Boyette.
Okay. Any reasoning, specific reason why, or?
I was going to say, yeah.
The TDs are...
The titties?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lawrence Atwater definitely deserves that. Lawrence
Atwater's my second team Wumbo, don't worry.
Lad. Yes.
Park, you better not... Okay, thank you.
All right, fullback is Freddie Stevenson.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Wide receiver 1.
Actually, you forgot to tell. Joe Mixon actually was the third running back that made.
I did say that.
You did?
Yeah, I said Melvin Gordon and Joe Mixon.
Oh no,
okay.
I thought you meant made first team on somebody.
Nah, second team.
No, it was unanimous. Running back 3, second team for Joe Mixon. Did you have him on there, Pook?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We all agreed on Freddie Stevenson. All agreed on wide receiver 1 for the second team and Brandon Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver number 2, Julio Jones.
Ooh, I don't know Julio.
All right.
Wow.
Well, I guess we'll discuss that one. Let me go through these other 2. Number 3 came in at Kyrie Newkirk.
Yep.
Number 4 came in as Stephon Diggs.
No.
Who I did not have in my receivers, but he ended up there.
Who did you have?
I had Godwin.
I have Godwin too, and I have Mike Evans.
Okay. Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 traded bucks that I never got to use.
Where did Mike Evans end up at?
Arizona.
Arizona.
It was DJ for Mike Evans, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that trade now. That was Chris, right? When Chris used to trade for like 5 different running backs for one team.
Yep.
Okay.
Already had Doug Martin.
What did he have? I think he had one league. He had Christian McCaffrey and Ezekiel Elliott on the same team.
Mm-hmm. And then he signed Carlos Hyde.
Oh my god. Okay. I didn't realize it was that bad. So yeah, I want to talk about Stephon Diggs because his numbers were really underwhelming to me. I still ended up throwing him on the flex, but I actually think I just deleted his name off of my spreadsheet because he was that undeserving. Okay, no, that was mock. Never mind. Stephon Diggs. I don't know. I guess looking at it totality wise, he ended up with like 53 touchdowns, 9,000 yards, and 580 catches. But the thing is, with me for him, is that he played from 17 to 2024, and there's other guys. Why I had other guys ahead of him, guys like Battle, Godspeed, and all that is, they played less years than him and blew his numbers away. So, I don't know. I guess we can talk about Godwin had 66 touchdowns compared to his 53. We didn't have less.
I can't get over with. I'm sorry, my bad. Continue.
No, go ahead, because I was kind of just ending what I was saying.
Because I can't. My thing with Godwin that I can't get over is the lack of really good production, other than those 3 seasons that Roger was. It was really 2 seasons. Yeah. But so
if you take out season 1 with his 1 touchdown, he went 9 touchdowns, 19, 11, 6, 6, 6, and 8. So it's not that crazy, but it's also pretty consistent. He did have a year that you really can't take away. He had 105 catches in 1 year. I think the most receptions Diggs had in a year was 84. And that was his best year by far. Diggs had I don't know. I think it was close, but for me it was Godwin. I think Puka agreed with me on that. Mm-hmm. A guy I think probably might have made it if Spluge didn't retire is Jerry Rice Jr.
He fucking traded him away.
No, he traded him.
Oh yeah, he traded him to the Rams, right?
Yeah. I think for me, I think the one that would have made it for him is Perry Fort. If he didn't retire, I think Perry Fort probably would have made it.
If you gave me a couple more years with Fairley, he might have made it.
If you gave me a couple more years with Harmon, he would have made it.
A couple more years with Dixon Cox. And this is a question that y'all can make it. So
Cox, Harmon, and Fairley would have just knocked Diggs, Godwin, and whoever else out.
All 3 of those would have blown Diggs and Godwin out of the water.
Because Harmon's still like 25, I think. 24, 25.
I think because in 3 seasons
Cox is like super young too, right?
Yeah, he's definitely like
20. This was like his 2nd year in the league.
Yeah,
Fairley had his most yardage with Corey, but he had back-to-back years with me with 66 catches.
Harmon had like 3 years in the league. He was young already.
Dixon Cox is a guy that we can talk about too because he was special a couple years. That we actually talked about him pre-show there, LJ. Connor was talking about how all the special team stuff came against him pretty much.
Cox just has to run a sprint in one direction, and then it's a punt return for 50 yards.
Bro, what the fuck?
I forgot year 1 we didn't have like the receiving rule because Spluge had 26 touchdowns with Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And 100 catches and 2,000 yards.
Yeah, and I think his next closest receiver had like 30.
Yeah, and then he never. He played with. When did he get traded? 21.
Yes.
That's what I have in my comments here. Is 21, and then after that he had 62 catches, 48, and 8 and 5 touchdowns. I'm guessing he drafted Fort.
Don't fucking think I didn't fucking see that fucking tight end wide open. I'm not fucking calling.
Okay, so I think we agree for the most part on wide receivers. I think Diggs is close, which is why I had him at the flex. But I wish I would have dove deeper into Mike Evans' numbers, which I will later on. Because I'm interested in why Pook had him in there.
Well, I dug into Mike Evans' numbers, and I'm not that impressed to be real.
Wow, are you just fucking hater?
What's your reasoning, LJ?
Just outside of like the first couple years, especially because it got to a point where Lights was trying to trade him because he had no value on his team, really.
Right.
So outside of like a couple of seasons, I don't think he's really been that impressive. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Other people may not agree with me on that, but I just don't think it was really that impressive.
Fair enough.
Yeah, put Keenan Harmon there instead. All right.
So the flex, I did say I think Chris Godwin came in at the flex.
Yeah.
And then so me and
no.
Crip, go ahead.
How?
Okay, he's just going on it. Wow. So now we know what Poop does during Madden.
Yeah.
Fucking cover 4 and you don't fuck. Oh my god. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I have nope. Okay, fuck you.
All right. So offensive tackle 1 coming in on team 2 is DJ Humphries.
No. I don't have him.
Who'd you have?
I have Miranda.
Okay. Well, yeah, I had him team 1, so I mean it's kind of hard for me to put him on team 2. I think we all. Actually, he didn't make. I was the only person who put Miranda on the All-Pro list in the whole like.
I wasn't going to put him on, but then I realized every fucking tackle that we have has been a guard.
Well, I mean, they don't have to stay at one. The requirement.
I'm saying, the fact that the Cambridge Virgil has whatever less than 20 sacks allowed is because he played as the guard his entire career, and every player who I saw who had like 15 to like 30 played guard most of their career. So I'm like, why should that matter against a guy who's played tackle his entire career and gets fucked every fucking time? That's why I almost put Cam on, but
because I literally watched the Super Bowl earlier and
oh my fucking god,
Armor definitely butt fucked Miranda, but that's beside the point.
Wow,
that's beside the point.
Armor butt fucked him. Okay,
that's brutal, LJ.
As Connor would say, wild.
Wild.
Man, wow. Yeah, that was not the turn I was expecting to take with LJ speaking. Okay.
Ross
How did it feel, Poop, to get butt fucked by Armor?
Ross Francois is an actual tackle who deserves it. Best run blocking tackle in life.
Offensive tackle 2 came in with Cam Robinson.
Oh, I have Taylor Decker. You guys really didn't put Taylor Decker on there? He's been a tackle the entire career, and he has less sacks allowed than Cam.
Thanks, Pook. Even though I only had him for 2 years. So me and Snippy are saying thank you.
Wait, you guys really didn't put Taylor Decker on there?
No, he's not on there.
Why not?
I had him there. I don't know why I got rid of him, to be honest.
You've had less sacks allowed than Cam, and he's played tackle the entire career.
Collusion, Crips. No, I'm kidding. We all had a Cam Robinson, so.
Yeah.
Offensive guard 1, I had Daniel Sedline, however you pronounce his name, but Zach Martin didn't make the first team, so
I forgot about Big Dan, baby. I'm playing with him.
So Zach Martin got offensive guard 1. Offensive guard 2 was Willis Miles.
Nope, I have Sunline and Shaq Mason.
Alrighty. Center 1 is Dimitri Cooper. Yep. And then center 2 is Vidal Alexander.
Nope, I have Bodine and Cody Whitehair.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the Alexander thing.
I don't agree with the other one, the Cooper thing. Whitehair and Bodine both had less sacks allowed in more games.
So, moving on to the second team defense, Joey Bosa ends up taking the first spot there. I had Haley Rogers at number 1.
Yeah, Haley Rogers number 1.
Number 2 was Vic Beasley.
I don't have Vic Beasley. I do have Vic Beasley, but not mine.
Okay. Number 3 is Nick Bosa.
Oh shit! I only have 4. Oh no. Whatever.
We have 6.
I know. I forgot to do 2 more.
That's fine. Number 4 is Dante Fowler. Number 5 is Kenny Willekes.
Oh, I had Dante Fowler late.
Number 5 is Kenny Willekes. And then number 6 is Trey Hendrickson.
Where's Mac?
We had that.
We had a big debate about that, and I just.
Where's Clowney?
I don't even think we talked about Clowney, to be honest with you.
No.
Clowney had like 100 sacks around that.
But we spent a good hour and a half on Mac.
Yeah, we definitely went back and forth with the Mac thing.
I didn't really get involved in the debate because, like I said, I was working today and I was a little bit busy. So when the debates really started happening, I was kind of gone today. So I didn't get to really But then interior defensive line was number 1 for second team is Delano House. Number 2 is Leonard Williams.
Oh my God, he's not gonna make it.
Number 3 is Danny Shelton.
Oh, he did make it. Yeah,
You're welcome, Poop.
I had him there too. I think me and you're the only two who had him there. Oh, actually, Cripps had him there. Actually, I had Danny Shelton the highest. I had him at 2. And then I had Justin Houston in there at 3, which he didn't make it.
I don't think.
Oh yeah, he didn't make it obviously because Danny Shelton took 3. Linebacker 1 for second team is Luke Kuechly.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
I looked hard. I didn't have Luke on my.
Okay. We'll discuss who you have here after we get through these 3. Number 2 is Deion Jones.
I don't have him either.
Okay. Number 3 is Louis Canty.
Hey!
I have Canty, but he's not as a linebacker.
Okay, and then our front 7 flex is. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Our front 7 flex is Quan Alexander.
I have Canty as my front 7 flex, and I have Quan as my linebacker.
Look at that
So you just
NFC
flip-flop 'em.
South
And then
linebacker core.
Who didn't you have since you didn't have Kuechly or Deion?
I have Dion as my flex. I have Shazier and Mosley in that.
Okay.
Linebacker.
My thing against Shazier is literally most of his production is in a season. Most of his production is.
I was just trying to argue with Pook, and he's having a heart attack. So
I'm just glad Quan is there. That's all I needed to hear, boys.
Quan was a late addition.
Yeah, Quan was an addition like maybe a couple hours ago.
What a lad.
Literally right before the show.
To be
What a
honest,
lad.
the only reason I put Quan is because LJ put Quan.
What a lad.
See, here I was feeling special that Pook was DMing me about my players, and he was DMing LJ the whole time too.
No, I DM'd you first. Don't worry.
Oh.
But yeah, my thing with Shazier is that, you know, his pick production comes from one season essentially. So like, I mean, he had 29 combined in the other seasons, but that's about it as far as him leading everything else.
Shazier was another debate.
Luke Kuechly had more pass breakups than that.
Randy to the ball.
And Luke Kuechly in the 6 seasons that he actually played had more pass breakups than anyone. I think he averaged like a little over 4 picks a season. So I mean, it's just so I think personally Luke edges Shaz anyway, but I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Cornerback number 1 on the second team is Trey White. Any comments, Pook?
I have
LJ.
I have him on my first team, so.
You did have him on your first team. I forgot about that. Number 2, we had Ross Worsley.
I have him.
Number 3, we have Ellis Landrum. Wait.
I do have him.
Okay. Let me see something here. Hang on a second. All right, we're good. Moving on from Ellis, cornerback 4, we got Jabril Peppers.
I didn't think he'd make it. I didn't put him on my team. I put Jalen Ramsey and Rashad Robinson.
Okay.
Rashard Robinson actually he's been pretty underwhelming, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't have him. Safety 1 is Malik Hooker.
Yeah.
Safety 2 is Tyrann Mathieu.
I have Matthew first.
Okay. Did you,
Bro? How am I getting fucking roasted on a? It's a cover. Is it? Am I not running a fucking cover 3? Was that not a cover 3?
Safety 3 was Tease Tabor.
Oh, I don't have Tabor there.
Then number 4 was Richard Sherman.
I don't have Richard Sherman.
DB flex was AJ Hunter.
Don't have AJ Hunter.
Okay, so let's hear your safeties. Also,
wait. DB flex or defensive overall?
DB flex.
DB flex.
DB, you told me defensive line and then just defense in general. I have Deion Jones and Louis Canty. What are you talking about?
I didn't.
LJ, come on, man.
I told you no. I said it.
No, I'm gonna look at the DM right now.
All right, let's see who gets exposed here. Is it gonna be Pook or LJ, Connor?
Actually, you know what? I just looked at it. Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
did. I did mess that up. My bad. I didn't specify.
This is like an booping right here.
Dude,
Apologies.
nothing matters. Quan made All Pro. Just
So I guess if you had to think of a DB flex, Pook, who would it be?
Peppers, because I don't have Peppers in mine.
Okay.
So
you had Henderson team 1 as well?
No, I had David Long team.
Oh,
2.
David Long, the fake Xavier Henderson.
And then I have Friedman and Landon Collins.
Couldn't give him his real name.
Nope,
Fair enough.
Long.
All right, so time for Team 2 Wumbo. Connor hit his camera for a reason.
I'm gonna cry, bro.
Atwater? Is it Atwater?
It's not the two most deserving people.
No,
it's some
unfortunately
dumbass kicker.
Crib's vote was kind of. We're not gonna do that to Cribs. But Crib's vote was kind of.
We are not putting fucking Lane at the fucking Wumbo, are we?
Yes, they're putting Lane to Doge.
I am not putting him at Wumbo. I had Chris Gunter there at my Wumbo.
It belongs to either the greatest special teams gunner in AMLoB history and the most efficient player in AMLoB history, Chris Gunter, or it belongs to Lawrence Atwater, who should have been an All-Pro running back. But
if we're talking about things, I mean, Parker Walsh's only start in league history is a Super Bowl that he won.
Most efficient player, 2 plays, both the greatest plays in history.
Okay.
I don't like what Cripps kind of just threw a name in there, even though Cripps assumed Chris Gunter was just gonna get it, so he didn't even put Chris Gunter down as his vote. So it would have been a tie, but he ended up putting Jalen Hurts as his Wumbo.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. Bishes didn't count. Bishes didn't put anything down, so we don't know what help. And he's a Wumbo, so his Wumbo votes would have helped. Cook, who's your team 2 Wumbo?
Oh.
Put the guy that made the kick.
You put Atwater.
I'll go put Johnny Hecker.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Johnny Hecker? What kind of craziness?
So, Connor, for fun, since you are Wumbo, give us your Wumbo 1 and your Wumbo 2.
All right. Wumbo 1 is definitely
I need to stop running
Lawrence Atwater.
Whoa!
Lawrence Atwater is life. And number 2 is Dylan Tyler.
This is just blasphemy, Connor.
If I'm going to get shafted, you're going to get shafted. Lawrence Atwater deserves something tonight.
Well, we could have talked about him, but just like shafting Dylan Tyler off, he was like the original Wumbo even before me and Bishes became a Wumbo.
I don't make the rules. I'm just...
Man, I'm heated.
We'll talk about it during classics, but...
All right, we're playing more classics. Sweet.
We can.
So that's the All-Pro teams. So tomorrow, probably tomorrow, Cripps is going to write up an article on it. Give LJ a little break on his fingers. And we'll see how Cripps does with his article. And so there'll be a lot of details about probably each guy, why we had him there. There's maybe a little bit of stats. I don't know what he has in mind, to be honest, so I'm just kind of guessing what he's going to do. So, I mean, we've been on here for a little over an hour, so I guess if you want to do a quick review of anything, anybody want to talk about anything, because this is pretty much going to be our last pod before our preview of Madden 19, if I'm right about that. Am I right, LJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think,
if you guys want to see us next week, we could come on and just have a Wumbo takeover.
No.
I'm good.
All right.
But I think,
probably a good choice, to be honest.
This was a good year for AMLoB.
Definitely.
I think we've grown the league exponentially.
Yeah. It grew big time. I mean, we already filled a B league pretty much for the most part.
Yeah, so I mean, I think just reviewing, Madden 18 for us.
What are you doing?
I think it was a really good year. We saw a lot of things that we can improve on as far as, making the league more realistic. And I think continuing to go towards that is our biggest goal.
Maybe have a no squib kick rule in the Super Bowl.
I mean, if you want to do it to yourself.
I still don't know what Poop was thinking on that because once he did it, I was like, "Yep, I won this one." But, anyway,
Came at Raj. That was probably the highlight of the show, to be honest. Is the Roger rant.
That was brutal, bro. I felt that.
I really hope Roger tunes in for that. I really hope he just fast forwards to that moment. And
I'm gonna tag him specifically.
Please do. We all gotta tag him after the show and tell him to watch it because Pook went at him. I mean, Roger's been. A lot of people have gone at Roger, but him and who?
Him and Suf.
Yeah,
he went at Roger and Suf. Let's
not forget the movement that Josh started with the remove Roger from all leagues.
I couldn't do anything about it, Raj.
So, it's like LJ was saying, it's been a great year for us as a league, growing as a league. Excited for Madden 19. I haven't played it yet. I'm excited to play it probably a little bit tonight.
Slit.
I fucking hate it.
Have you tried the squib kicks yet?
Yeah, I just did fucking try a squib kick. I fucking hate it.
So obviously, congrats to LJ, number 1 overall spot in AMLoB for 28.
It's a fucking cover 3. Why is there no deep fucking third? Cover 3, right there.
I'm not even right there. What I was saying. LJ, I'll let you take us out before Pook has a heart attack.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all, AMLoB. We will be back for M19. We'll get y'all a league start date as soon as we can come up with one.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to figure that out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get y'all a league start date as soon as we can come up with one. So, yeah, thanks for watching. We will, any league concerns or anything like that, bring them to us. We'll talk about it, try to figure out how we can go about it before 19. And, so guess we catch y'all on the flip side. We out.